who better to have sitting up here than the captain of Team USA? Meg Mallon is here. Great to have you with us. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So lots of questions. Obviously, there are going to be a bunch from this side of the room. Let's start with where you are as a captain and what's the most exciting thing going on for you right now, or maybe the most nerve-wracking at this point.
Well, not quite nerve-wracking yet. It's too early to get excited about points, and these next 6 events are the reason why. We have 6 events and 3 major championships in them. So there's so many points out there to get. And I still have my solid base of 5 players right now that are a lock for the team. And then after that, it's pretty wide open. And there's some players that have really showed up this year, like Lizette Salas, Jessica Korda, Lexi Thompson, that have positioned themselves to get inside the top 8. But with this being a different points year, with just 8 qualifying on points and then 2 in the Rolex rankings, watching how these points have accumulated over the last 8-9 weeks, it changes constantly. So that's why I'm not getting too excited about what's going on, because so much is going to change in the next 6 events. But that being said, it's exciting to watch. It's exciting to see these young players stepping up, wanting to make the team and playing hard and working hard to get on the team.
Double points this week, and as you just mentioned, we've basically got a stretch of 3 major championships in a short period of time, and I know the players are all thinking about that. Let me just run down the names, because you rattled it off just to give everybody perspective on you mentioned the top 5 that you feel like are locks. So that's Lewis Kerr, Creamer, Stanford, and Lincecum, 1 to 5, and then 6 is Lexi, Jess Korda is 7th, and Lizette Salas is 8th. Mm-hmm. So there are obviously a lot of name players that are outside of that as well. How much conversation have you had with your players? Let's start with the top 5 that you say are locks. What are you doing with them? What are you speaking to them about at this point?
Yeah, I'm definitely far ahead with them as far as getting to know the golf course. We have a practice session next week. I've got some players coming in to play the golf course. Actually, it's the weekend of the Men's Open, and I think that's very important for that core group to know the course as well as they can. And just talking to them about pairings, players that they're comfortable playing with in the past, because this group of 5 are all veterans of the Solheim Cup. Mm-hmm. So it's easy to talk to them about everything that's going on, and they also throw their opinions out about potential players as well, which is kind of fun to talk to them.
That's good.
That's good. They play with these players week in and week out, and I rely a bit on their opinions, and it's been very helpful. But we had a wonderful dinner last night with 8 of the players, and it was just a really good bonding experience, a really good time for these players to start thinking about the Solheim Cup. And I just told them last night, I said, don't worry about getting points, keep concentrating on winning golf tournaments. If you think about winning a golf tournament, the points will take care of themselves. And you can tell they're excited, uptight, all those emotions they should have going into this last stretch.
Let's take some questions. We have microphones available. Steve DeMeglio, you can kick it off.
There's a potential to have 6 first-timers on your team. Mm-hmm. Can you talk about that dynamic and how much of a concern, if the word is concerned, but what does that fact that you could have so many first-timers play into your decision going forward?
As far as who my picks are, yeah, that's right. With the dynamic, like I said, my 5 core, I have a good solid group there that are veterans, but I could have 4 to 6 brand new players. But there are also players that do have match play experience, international experience. Lizette Salas probably is the least experienced as far as that goes, but played collegiate golf and played quite well. So it's not like they'll be completely green. But the Solheim Cup is a different beast. And the players, I've seen players in the 9 Solheim Cups I've been a part of that it's actually ruined their career because they weren't ready for that kind of stage. And that's what Dottie and Laura and I will be looking at, in the next 6 events of the players that do step up and are comfortable on a big stage, because it's important to have that under you playing in the Solheim Cup.
Meg, can you remember back as a player going into like the last 2 months of a Solheim Cup year where you were on the bubble, and do you remember what that was like and how it affected you?
Well, frankly, and this sounds funny, but I qualified for every team, and that's why I kind of have the mentality with this team. If you don't make the team, you don't make the team. If you're not in the top 8 and you're not the top 2 qualifiers on the Rolex World Rankings, then you shouldn't expect to be on the team. And that's how I felt when I played. I made sure I made the teams. I've seen players be on the bubble, and it's hard. It's hard those last few events. That's all you're thinking about is getting points for the Solheim Cup. And that's why I tried to say to the team last night, think about winning a tournament. Don't think about finishing 20th, because you're just going to kill yourself out there doing that. So I'm not going to have much sympathy for those that aren't inside of it. My job is to make the 11th and 12th player make our team better.